Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video we're going to go over the standards for the bill drill that we're going to use in week 1 of the myguntips.com postal match. So again, we're shooting a bill drill. Bill drill is a classic standard used for many years. It's 6 rounds on a standard USPSA metric target with the standard A zone here. The height, I don't really care about the height. It doesn't matter to me. I'm kind of short, so my shoulder height is different than everybody else's shoulder height, unless it's Tim Heron. Hey Tim. But that's a standard target. If you don't have access to the cardboard targets, if there's the paper target, the paper practice targets that you use, those are fine as long as they're the same dimensions. Or if you want to print out the target that we designed, like I said in the main video, that's the correct height because it's 11 inches tall, but has the vertical stripes that designate the side boundaries, the east-west or left-right, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, guys, we're mainly concerned with being able to see that you're using the correct A-zone dimensions, and any shot that lands outside of those dimensions adds a quarter second to your time. So C's, D's, doesn't really matter, but you shouldn't be shooting D's, right? Again, the drill is shot from 30 feet away or 10 yards. So you can see in this particular case, we've got the measuring tape hooked to the target stand. So we're going to walk back here to our starting line, which is 10 yards away. You can use a stick. I don't really care how you set this part of it up. As I said, we can see that the starting line's 30 feet away from the target. If you've got a yard tape, I don't really care that's in yards. Now, if you're on an indoor range, where obviously you can't just run a measuring tape down, if you're going to use the keypad to run it out to 30 feet or 10 yards, that's fine. Or if you've got some pretty clear lines on the wall or things on the floor that designate that 10-yard marker, all that's going to be acceptable. I'm not going to quibble over 3 inches. 3 inches isn't going to make a difference in your score. If you're on an indoor range, you've got enough of a disadvantage by shooting basically in the dark. But that's it, guys. Again, as always, we need to see the timer clearly at the end, where you need to hear the start signal. We got to see the shooter and the target in the frame. You may only have one target downrange in the frame while you're shooting, so that we can clearly see that that is the target that you shot. You're going to repeat it for 3 times, so you should have 18 total shots on the target. That's not a huge burden to score, as long as you don't have tons and tons of shots outside. Now, the only exception that I would give to that, if you're going to use the paper targets, the paper targets that we provide, you may have 3 of those posted on a backer, so that makes it a little bit easier to score, since paper does tear pretty easily. But that is only for, like I said, the targets that are provided that you can print off below. If you're using the full USPSA target, whether it be cardboard or the paper practice targets that you can get from some major vendors, 1 target in the frame, so that we can be sure that the target that you're showing is the target that you actually shot. So that's why we require to see the clean target in the beginning, and then at the end, after we've seen each individual string time, we can now see that there's the requisite number of holes in the target continuously unbroken without any sort of editing. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you for week number 2.